At this time of the writing, I have beaten Silent Hill F once to have unlocked the first ending, Coming Home to Roost, and started a new game plus on the game for the other endings. With the foresight revealed by the first ending of the game, watching the cutscenes of Hinako interacting with her friends and how they were responding to her in return, I was suddenly hit with a realization on what makes this game a Silent Hill game, even when so many people online are saying that it is not. Silent Hill F. When it comes to my experiences with the Silent Hill franchise, I played the Silent Hill 2 remake last year, and then when I got the emulators to work on my old PC, I did the same with Silent Hill 1 on PS1 and Silent Hill 3 on PS2 earlier this year, so making me aware of where we started out and how we have made it to the point where Silent Hill F has now come out. I have also made videos on what I felt like I had to say about the Silent Hill 2 remake, and what I recognized Resident Evil Village copying from Silent Hill 1. So this is going to be my third Silent Hill video, and most likely not the last one, since I still have more to play on Silent Hill F, and I still need to get the Silent Hill 3 vs Shadows of Rose video done at some point. But to get back to what I want to make this video on, in Silent Hill F we play as Shimizu Hinako, a seemingly high school-aged girl in the 1960s Japanese town by the name of Episugaoka, where on one day when she leaves home to see her friends in town, a strange fog causes red spider lilies to go rampant and claim the life of Sakuko, one of her friends, before turning hostile to the rest of them. As Hinako and her surviving friends, Shu and Rinko, are trying to make it out of their now dangerous hometown, Hinako loses her consciousness more than once as a way of transitioning her to explore the game's version of Silent Hill's Otherworld, which in Silent Hill F takes the form of a wedding chapel, where Hinako is going through what are best described as wedding rituals leading to a wedding ceremony, where Hinako is guided by this fox mask wearing, clearly not much older man. As the game progresses, Hinako in the real world eventually gets separated from her friends, while Hinako in the other world seems to forcefully cut them out of her life, and then begins to erase her identity in taking up a new one as the fox mask's soon-to-be wife. Reaching closer to the end of the game, it is revealed that the two Hinakos are in fact two separate beings inside the mind of an adult Hinako, who is being pushed towards an arranged marriage where her father had sold her into to settle up a debt. This works like the concept of the two wolves, or foxes, inside all of us, and the one being fed more being stronger than the other. So, what Silent Hill F is really about is of a conflicted young woman being made to go through an arranged marriage that she is 50-50 okay to go through and not okay to go through, with the first ending of the game, Coming Home to Roost, showing how the latter half of Hinako wins over the former, causing her to have a mental breakdown at her wedding and storm out of there, possibly violently attacking everyone in her way like the monster she has fought throughout the game. This revelation of the game's events not having been real, or all just a dream, where Hinako and her friends were never in any danger, has caused some people online and in the Silent Hill fandom to disown Silent Hill F as a Silent Hill game. Also because it does not even take place in the actual Silent Hill that is located in the US in the state of Maine. I myself, on the other hand, in having recently cemented myself properly into the fandom with a somewhat more fresh point of view, spent most of my initial playthrough trying to recognize shared factors that Silent Hill F could have with the previous games in the franchise, and besides finding the white Claudia flowers, those ones that make the drug that helps James reach the bliss ending in the Silent Hill 2 remake, and that Dr. Kaufman forced Lisa to take to keep her under his thumb in Silent Hill 1, growing in Shu's backyard, I was starting to come up with the impression that Silent Hill F had initially been pitched as an Alessa Gillespie game set before Silent Hill Origins, or during Silent Hill Origins, but told from Alessa's point of view, before Travis Grady managed to save her and she split into Cheryl Mason. But then, when Ryokushi 7 was hired to write the game's story, it was moved to Japan, and the player character was changed to Hinako. Then when I had begun to try out the New Game Plus playthrough, also to play the game again in the Japanese dub and on the harder puzzle difficulty for the different experience, the knowledge of how these events are an illusion of an adult Hinako being conflicted about getting married made me realize that the portrayal of Shu, Rinko and Sakuko, who are not really here, are portrayed to interact with Hinako as she remembers them, not as who they really are. And this made me think about the Second Wind semi-ramblomatic video from the beginning of the year, where Yatzy talked about void levels used to portray the mindset of a video game protagonist having a mental crisis, or being drugged in general like Hinako is if she has been taking too many of those red pills. As a proper example in how to build levels like that, Yatzy brought up Jacob's Ladder, a psychological horror movie from 1990 starring Tim Robbins as the titular character who, spoilers, is revealed to have died or to be dying as a soldier in Vietnam, and the whole movie, as Jacob is going through his life in the movie, being his dying dream, similarly as his life is flashing before his eyes. Yatzy even pointed out how Jacob's Ladder has served as one of the inspirations that Team Silent at Konami had taken while creating the Silent Hill games. So that is what makes Silent Hill F a Silent Hill game, by being a retelling of Jacob's Ladder through the eyes of a conflicted young woman, feeling like a part of her is dying on her wedding day. And with the game being set in the old-fashioned, truly patriarchal Japan in the 1960s, with how the Otherworld Hinako literally transforming into the final boss of the first ending, after being branded with the symbol of the family she is being married into, literally giving her hand away in marriage to the fox mask, and letting her identity be cut out of her face to be replaced by her own fox mask, a part of her is truly dying away. The part represented by the real world Hinako trying to survive in the Episugaoka as she remembers it growing up, being taken over by the fog and spider lilies, like the past she cannot escape to live in anymore. I still have 2 to 3 other endings and the UFO ending to get through before I'm properly done with Silent Hill F, but this is how I have now managed to recognize how the game should be recognized as a Silent Hill game, even if it's not set in the American Silent Hill in the state of Maine. Still, there is more than one Springfield and every town has an Elm Street, and how Gaoka in Japanese means hill. Silent Hill F seems to be intended to be set in a Silent Hill, rather than the Silent Hill. Finland also has a lot of locations with Mäki at the end of their names, so outside of having the game's first ending be a Jacob's Ladder reference, Konami seems to have found a proper loophole in not isolating the game series to be set in one location. Otherwise, I'm not going to talk any more about this aspect, because I wanted to make a quick video like this in talking about the realization I had when I started New Game Plus on Silent Hill F. Now I'm going to get back to working on that Batman Long Halloween video, so it can get to premiere at the end of October. So I might as well now ask that you like and comment on this video on what you think about what I just spoke on it, share it for more people to spread my realization on the game's connection to the rest of the series, and subscribe for the videos I'm working on next. Also, ding the bell to be alerted for the minimum of 3 times a week I will be streaming video games for a chance to chat with me, and may your heart be your guiding key.